this is Jared with the Columbia Watch Society. Not sure we've ever done a video that showed any of our faces, but anyway, I'll introduce myself as 1/3 of the Columbia Watch Society. There's 3 of us guys that got together and founded the thing about 2-3 years ago on a beach vacation, actually. So I'm Jared, and so my brother-in-law's name is Jay, and then his brother's name is Barry. And so between Jay, Barry, and I, Jared, we're the triple-headed ball of watch nerd that is the Columbia Watch Society. We're headed straight into the sun today, so I'm probably going to have my eye closed half the time, but I wanted to show you a watch that I bought about a month ago on Black Friday, and it's was a new release. It's that Seiko 5 that's supposedly the predecessor to the SKX, and it's very much like the SKX actually in a lot of ways. If you haven't held one in your hand, you can at least see it in pictures, and you can see like, okay, this is kind of like an odd interpretation of the SKX, the icon. But anyway, so the one that I'm going to show you I bought, like I said, a month ago, and I told myself I was not going to put it on my wrist. I did open it just to make sure everything was cool, but I didn't put it on my wrist until literally today, which is Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, by the way. But I'm going to run through this really quick because we're on the road to the next stop, from parents' house to parents' house, and I'm sure you're probably doing the same today or enjoying yourself in other ways. I hope you are. The watch that I'm going to show you is obviously one of the Seiko 5 models, the new released Seiko 5 interpretation. This one is the SRPD95 Seiko, obviously. For some reason we're not getting much focus here, and it could just be the lighting, but anyway, you get the picture. So a couple specs on these are almost identical to SKX. It's 42 millimeters wide by about 46 millimeters high from lug to lug, and then between the lugs you're going to get 22 millimeters. Very SKX-ish. If this is not the exact case the SKX was, I'd be surprised. And so you have identical specs, I believe, as the iconic SKX. So let's see what else. I mentioned all of the things at first I need to mention. So basically this model has the sunburst dial, the kind of vintagey aged markers which still glow off the charts like normal Seikos do. And some of the quirky things about these models, and I say quirky because it's odd to consider it a dive watch, but I guess it is, but it's 100 meters. Not sure if I trust that. A little bit odd. It's got drilled or pierced lugs, see, for your strap changes. No loom pip here. Kind of odd, but easy to miss if you're not paying attention. And then of course the ever controversial push-pull crown. Now I would trust this because it's a Seiko. I would trust it to go down to that 100 meters, but I'd be lying to you if I ever said I went more than like 1 meter. But at any rate, I think it's kind of odd, the push-pull crown, but it's almost a little bit enticing to try. And I like the old. I kind of like the old school feel of kind of a push-pull crown. Maybe it's not old school, but it feels that way to me. Of course, you've got the see-through case back. It's a 24 jeweled inside of there. 24 jeweled is the 4R36, so it is windable. You can wind it in the set position or in the pulled out or time setting condition or position. I'm sorry. And then so you got that. That's a little bit different than the SKX. I think that's all I wanted to mention as far as the weird quirks. And I will say about that, the weird kind of unique things that you wouldn't expect about this thing, in my opinion, just my opinion, and I mentioned this morning when I posted this watch on our Instagram page, that it almost seems like Seiko wanted to get in on the modding community. You know, the SKX is probably one of the most overly modded watches out there because it's so versatile and it's so loved by the watch community. So I kind of feel like this, maybe these 27 models that they came out with in the new Seiko 5 was sort of them trying to capitalize a bit, or maybe answer what we've been crying for over, you know, getting almost like years ago people started really liking lift kits on their trucks, so then you started seeing the dealers, they'd just go ahead and install the lift kit and put your big knobby tires on there. It's kind of like that, in my opinion, the company just trying to get in on the modding community. But at any rate, the other thing that I like about this particular one is the strap. It's silicone. It's very bendy and stretchy, but really seems really secure. I really like that part of it. I like to really ratchet a strap to my wrist so it doesn't bounce around, and you can do that with this one. It's much better than those terrible, terrible stiff rubber stock SKX bracelets or silicone bands, I mean. Anyway, yeah, so this is the Seiko 5. Some people call it the Seiko 5KX, but it's the new Seiko 5. This particular one has the sunburst black dial with, it's the SRPD95. I'm totally battling the sun right now. I think I'm sweating my face off in front of the camera, but regardless, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. There's tons of other reviews and videos out there regarding these new Seiko 5 models. Check any of them out, and check us out on Instagram at the Columbia Watch Society, as well as on our site, our website, with all reviews, pictures. We have some art on there. That's colawatch.com. And you can catch us on Facebook as well if you're on Facebook. Anyway, this is the Seiko Watch official Seiko 5 SRPD95. 26 other models, greens, all kinds of crazy different colors and textured dials that you can check out. Thanks for spending time with us. Merry Christmas. Have a good one.